There is literally about 1 million gurus repeating the same content and the same content on YouTube with monotone information that is actually ineffective and not relevant today in 2023. I can assure you this because you're probably wondering, right, who am I to tell you anything, right? New guy on YouTube popping up on your For You page and you're watching. Well, I scaled an e-commerce brand to $3 million over in revenue, and I actually exited the company because I built and hired a team and I scaled it sustainably over a longer period of time. Not fast cash, not quick cash, but slow and steady and sustainable growth. That's how I sold the company. I talk about a very different method which is not talked about online, and I'm not going to be shilling you gimmicky products to sell for $20 online with Facebook ads or TikTok organic, because that actually does not work. These trending products are a myth. Yes, you can make quick cash, but you're not going to be financially free because that's everyone's goal, right? In this video, I want to break down the problems of dropshipping so you are fully aware when you're starting off, and the solutions, and a few cheat codes you can take in advance to help you on your journey. So hopefully on this minefield, we can be successful. The reality is 2 to 5% might be successful out of 100 people. Maybe 2 will do well. That is business, and if anyone tells you otherwise, they are giving you a false reality. I'm Nathan, I've been in the e-commerce game for over 7 years now, and let's get into my ad account. I want to show you my results. So we'll keep it brief, I don't want to go too much in depth, but this is my account. Week to date, we've done 18K pounds, which is probably like $23,000. This week alone, I don't know, year to date, we'll get even bigger. 794K in pounds, which is pretty much $1 million in revenue this year to date, and there's another 4 to 5 months already. So yeah, this is $200,000 to $300,000 in profit on the year to date. So that's pretty good, and I can assure you dropshipping does work if you know what to do. So let's dive into this video, let's get into the problems, and let's go from there. So what problems are you gonna face as a beginner when you're starting out, or if you're under $30K per month? Number one, Facebook bans, TikTok bans, and paid media bans. So the problem with that, if you were to start, most likely you are going to get banned, because if you were Facebook, you do not want 17-year-olds starting a website and selling fake Chinese products. You want real companies promoting products, real people doing real marketing. You don't want policies broken. You want legit companies and legit people advertising on your platform. Otherwise, the users on Facebook get bad experience. They get shipped bad products they don't want to keep, products returned, and that might put them off Facebook, or they won't buy again from Facebook ads. So it's Facebook's job to keep a good platform of ads so the users continue to use the platform. This makes sense in the long run. So I have a solution for this, and I'll dive into it in a bit. But Facebook bans, TikTok bans, they're very prevalent, and this is an issue most people fall into. And most people genuinely quit after this stage. So if you get past this, you're probably ahead of the rest. Right, TikTok organic. This is another thing people talk about. This is heavily promoted right now because it's lower cost to start, which I agree. TikTok organic does work. However, there is a false reality. You are trusting the algorithm to give you money. If the algorithm doesn't work in your favor, even if you have a good piece of content, you're never gonna make it. It could take 6 to 12 months for the algorithm to work in your favor. You could be running a TikTok account, IG Reels account, and you could be shadow banned from the start and see 0 progress, even though your content is good. So this is a terrible way to start a business. I'll give you a solution to that later in the video. Another thing that is told in the market is sell a $20 board game, sell a $20 fan, sell this trending garden product or ball game that is $20 to $30 in America. That is not going to work. With the cost of ads, the cost of hiring people to post organic content at scale, you're never gonna make a profit margin. Dropshipping and e-commerce profit margins are low. That is how the game is. If you're good, you can make 10 to 30%. But even at large scale, people and companies doing 10 to 20 mil a year, 5 to 10% profit margins. 0 to 5% profit margins. The profit margins are low, so you need to know what to do. And there are systems for this, and again, we'll get into that later in the video. So another prevalent problem is expectations. Most people on the internet are shilling this as a quick time, profit generating business model, but that's just further from the truth than ever. In my opinion, it takes 6 to 12 months to understand the business model and maybe 3 to 4 years to master it. The more experience you have in the game, the more likely you are to succeed. That is just the law of reality, and that's just how it is. So enough of the problems, I want to get into the solutions, and I have them for you today. So Facebook bans, TikTok bans, and paid media platforms banning you. How can we go along this? So generically, when people are teaching you how to do e-commerce or you're going about, you are told to catch trends. For example, let's say a product over Christmas is trending. You would be told to scale a store for a certain holiday, but in fact, you've got 2 months of the year to scale a product. Realistically, if you're starting out and you quit this store after 2 months, Facebook, TikTok platforms, they're gonna ban you because realistically you're going to want to start another store. If you're starting multiple companies within a short space of time, Facebook or TikTok are going to think, right, this isn't a long-term company. This isn't a real business. They're chopping and changing. They're starting new accounts. It's probably fake. They're probably dropshipping. This is a red flag. The solution is you want to build a long-term business. Find a product that works, find a niche that works, and focus on that long-term. So I focused on my company for 3 years. I stuck to it. I never had a single ban, ever. That is because we stuck to the rules, we scaled slowly, we continued to put money into the ad account. Think of it from the Facebook's perspective. If a company is doing well for 1 year, they have no problems, and they continue to do well and generate profit and keep paying Facebook money for advertising costs, Facebook will put their ad account as good, and you'll get more benefits, cheaper cost per clicks, and just, you're not gonna be flagged as an account that seems to have problems. For example, I have a top-end Facebook account manager, so I can call Facebook whenever I want if I have a problem, if I want advice. Not just a normal advice manager to scale your account. I have insider people in Facebook that work with us for our stores. Because we spent so much money, because we haven't had problems, because we weren't catching trends or chopping and changing business, we built a legit company. So focus on that. When I advise that you'll sign up to Facebook, put your company details in, put all your personal information in, scale it slowly, and do realistic products. Solution number 2, most people struggle to make profit. So how do we fix this? You need good AOV products, and you need good profit margins or gross margins on your product. So my advice, if you're doing TikTok, you can do $30 to $40 on TikTok for paid ads, but Facebook is $50 to $100 really. I think the sweet spot is. If you can get $80 to $100 AOV product, which is the cost per order, you can make big money if your product's good, because you have a lot of room for margin to run ads. So the more you can spend on ads to get a purchase, the more you can spend, the easier it is for you to make mistakes. You have more margin for error, so you can keep spending. This is a big solution. Like if you're selling a $20 product and you've only got $10 profit, you can only spend $10 on ads. And then realistically, that's nothing. I know it sounds a lot of money for some people, but that's nothing for paid ads. So you need to be able to spend a lot of money with a lot of room for error. So a good AOV, and you need at least 60 to 70% gross margin on your product compared to your product cost. If you can get 80 to 90%, even better. So the other thing people don't understand, they focus on one channel, like just TikTok or just Facebook or just Snapchat or just Pinterest. That is not how you compete in the market. It's a free market, anyone can copy you. You need to dominate the space. The only way to dominate the space is omnipresent marketing. So run on Facebook, run on TikTok, run on Google, run on every single platform that works for your niche, and make sure you're spending the most. Even if it's a little bit less profitable, if you are the top, you are gonna get the best advertising platform. For example, Facebook is an auction-based website. So when you are running ads, for example, if you've got 2 companies on your Facebook, that you've got a company that's been running for 5 years, they've had no rules breaks, spending loads of money, always profitable, and you've got a new company selling the same products, why would Facebook put your ads before the experienced ads company selling the same products? They would put the consistent and trustworthy company first. Right, we'll show their ads first because we know they're always paying us. They're always making money, they're a good company. There's not many returns, they've got good customer support. Whereas the new company, they're untrustworthy, how do we know they're gonna do well? We'll give them worse advertising space, and it will cost them more money because they're a higher risk company to show to our platform and users, because we don't wanna put people off. So always think of it from the company's perspective. The other thing is hiring. So not many people talk about this, but the only way to really scale is you need to hire people better than you in specific niches, such as media buying for Facebook, for TikTok, for Google. You need to hire people that do this full time, and they can teach you things. As a business owner, you can't do everything yourself, but I advise you need to know at least 20% of each niche or each part of the business. You need to know a little bit of everything so you can hire, so you know what you're doing, but hire people who are better than you that can teach you specifically. Another thing is definitely outsource customer support, and definitely get a team manager who can book meetings for the team, who control the operations and customer support, so you don't need to worry about the back end stuff. Very hard, very tedious work, and it takes a lot of time, and if you're the business owner, I suggest you should be thinking forward and how to grow the business, not the back end stuff. So what are the cheat codes and how do you excel a lot quicker? Number 1, community and network. So I learned personally the quickest when meeting with people who are doing better than me. Spend more money and spend money on ads. Don't quit after $100 if your product is break even. So if you're spending money on TikTok ads, you spend $100 and you're break even, that could still be a winning product, but maybe you've got a problem such as content or website or marketing angle. Multiple things could be a problem, so you need to try and test more things. So I built a solution for this, and from my 7 years of experience in e-com and 4 years of success and selling my business, I've built a network and a private community and mentoring of what I think people need to succeed. I'm going to tell you now, if 100 people join, maybe 2 to 5 will be successful. If anyone tells you otherwise than that, they're lying to you. So I built the utensils, I built the community. If you want to join, watch the free demo below. Peace and love. Boom.